Hello everyone, welcome to Django Beginners tutorial on AMOC code. In this video, let's make our form functional. So before moving into it, as you can remember from the previous video, our form doesn't have any submit button right in here. So let's include one in here. To create and submit button, let enclose our form within the form tag, and let me give it a method of post, and in here let me include the button which will provide the submit button in our front end, as you can see in here. So and this form styling right in here is not due to this form class, it's due to materialize css. So it styles form automatically without supplying any class to it. So let's talk about the idea of making a form functional. So as an user, we make two type of requests to the server. One is get request and another one is post request. Get request is made by the user if he wants to get some data from the database, and the data flows from database to the browser. So post request is made by the user if he wants to send some data to the database, and the data flows from browser to database. So using this idea, we could split our view by conditional statement, so that if statements can handle logics if post request is being made, and the else block can handle logics if the get request is made. So let's talk about the post logics involved in here. Since we pass our request variable right in every views, this request variable will contain all the information including the type of request being made. So this request dot method attribute, this method attribute contains the information that which request is made. So we could enclose those in the if block right in here. We could say if this request method equal to a post method, we could perform some logic in it, and in the else block we could perform the logics if the request method is get. That's how we will separate our post view in here. So coming back to this post segment, since this form right in here has the relationship with our model, we could use this form with the filled in details with it, and we can use this form to store our data into our front end rather than fetching those data into a form, entering one by one into our database manually and saving it. Django provides a simple way to save those data to our database using this form. So as I said, to save the entries by the user into our model using our form, this form needs to get filled first. So this request object right in here as an another method called request.post which contains all the post information, so that we could pass this information in this instance, so to make this form a filled one. So to do it, just enclose this request.post in a parenthesis of the post create form. So let me create an instance of form right in our post logic, post create form, and within the parentheses let me pass the request.post, so that our form instance will get filled with the current value that user enters in the front end. So we have filled in form right in here. So to save the contents from this form attribute to our database, we could use another method called form.save, which will fetch all the data from this form instance and save those to our database linked with this form. As of now, we have a post model linked with this form. So okay, before doing it, we need to check whether this form has been correctly validated or not. So to do it, we have another attribute named is validated. Sorry, it's not an attribute, it's a method from the form class is validated, which will return the boolean value whether this form has been validated or not. If it's correctly validated, it will return true, or else it will return false. So we can enclose those in an if statement. So if this is correctly validated, we could save this form, or else we could use this form instance which has currently filled in value from the user and pass those to our front end right in here, and we can ask the user to change the invalid field. Okay, so for now let's consider that this form has been correctly validated and we could save this. And after saying this, we need to redirect our user to a particular page. So to redirect, we could use the redirect method from Django.shortcuts. In here from Django.shortcuts, we could use the redirect method. After our form is been successfully validated and saved to our database, let's redirect our user to home page. Okay. In here we could supply the name of our URL on which we need to redirect. For now, let me redirect to this hello page, home page. So let me supply home in here. So let's consider this case where if this form has been not correctly validated, we could use this currently filled in form in our front end, and we can ask the user to fill this form with the correct value. All those validation error and displaying the error messages Django form will take for us. Only thing that we need to supply the filled in form to our front end. So let me copy this statement right in here and paste those in here. So this is the currently filled in form from this object. We are passing this object right in dictionary, and we are passing those to our front end. So these are all the case when the user made a post request. So now let's handle the get request. In that get request, we just need to supply the empty form to our front end so that we could enclose this command that we created in our previous video and paste those in here. It will work just perfectly fine. So if the user pass in the get request, we just need to create an empty form and pass this to our template so that our empty form like this will be shown to our front end. So we have successfully implemented our logic. So that's another one thing to say. We need to include in our templates and in our form, we need to include an CSRF token. That's not much of topic included in here in our Django documentation. Just include it. It's an extra security factor that Django provided for us. So without this, you won't be able to create and post request. So after adding this CSRF token right in here, there's also another terrible mistake I have done in the views. Now views.py file. So in here we need to provide this redirect in our return statement right in here. Only then it will redirect our user to this particular location, and this location is the name of the URL on which we need to redirect our user to. So that's it. This will work perfectly. So now let's go and add our post to our database. Title. You could see in there our third post comes in here, and after our post has been successfully posted to our database, it redirects to this home location right in here, and all this logic's been working. So we have successfully created a working form that will help our users to post their posts into the database. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for sticking with me till this end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Bye.